Fighters battle wildfires.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Macy Marie. With burn ban season here, many fire departments are gearing up for the forest fires. The David Fire Department in Floyd County received a $10,000 grant to help. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher talked to the chief to learn why they are calling this grant a game changer.
Burn ban season is here, and that means these guys need to be prepared.
A lot of times we put a lot of them out before the forestry had to even be called.
The David Fire Department in Floyd County received a forestry grant to help them keep the region safe.
And we have to cost share 50% of that, which is a total gives us a $10,000 grant to buy equipment with for our truck.
This truck is a project Fire Chief Greg Davis started working on more than 2 years ago.
Response time will be much faster, and accessing places that we've either had to walk in or wait on somebody to bring a side-by-side or a four-wheeler to help us get there.
It will be equipped with all the necessities they need to not only fight forest fires, but help with crashes or rescues as well.
It'll give us access to properties that we haven't been able to get to in previous years.
Items like these coveralls and gloves make it much easier to fight forest fires.
They're very light, durable. These, they breathe better than the turnout gear, and it's less strenuous on a firefighter to be able to use those.
Davis says this grant is a real game changer.
It's been really good for us, so we didn't have to be out all the expense with this cost share with the forestry to help us.
Keeping the region safe. In Floyd County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Chief Greg Davis says he hopes to have the rest of the items in and ready for use very soon. A house fire off School Street and Main Street in Hazard closed a section of Main Street for a couple hours earlier today. Firefighters say the road is now back open and no one was hurt. In this video, you can see some smoke coming from the house. Firefighters say they do not know what caused the fire at this time. Heavy rainfall led to a mudslide on Kentucky 72 in the Catrins Creek community in Harlan County. Crews say they are keeping an eye on the slide due to the danger of the situation. Crews cannot work on the slide at nighttime. Barriers beside the roadway keep the mud from going onto the road for now. People who live near the road are worried because that is the only way in and out of the community. Officials say they are keeping watch throughout the day on that slide. Many areas in eastern Kentucky are dealing with road issues just like mudslides this weekend. Police say part of Kentucky 1428 in Prestonsburg is closed due to a mudslide. The road is closed near the South Lake Drive and Gobble Roberts Apartments area. Police did not say when it would reopen. And over in Knott County, officials ask people to drive slow when they are on Kentucky 582 near mile 9. One lane is closed due to a centerline crack and shoulder brake. Officials say they do not know when they will be able to fix the road. Early this morning, a fire was reported on a property off Curry Branch Road in Clay County. This is the fourth fire since Friday morning on that same property. Firefighters with the Manchester Fire Department say this time a home was destroyed. It was already engulfed in flames when they arrived. The other 3 fires were all to outbuildings. An arson investigator was told about the 4 incidents. Deputies were called to a wreck involving 2 cars in the Foggertown community of Clay County Saturday. Deputies say the driver, Coy Grubb, showed signs of being under the influence and he was charged with DUI. Deputies found drug paraphernalia along with meth on him. An Ashland man is charged with having child porn. Kentucky State Police say Milton Kruger III was communicating with children online and had inappropriate materials on his computer. Police charged Kruger with 4 counts of possession of matter portraying a minor in a sexual performance. He faces up to 5 years in prison and was taken to the Boyd County Detention Center.
Well, it's been a soggy day across the mountains, and the forecast will remain soggy for this week. Take a look at Pinpoint Doppler because we do still have some showers across southeastern Kentucky, and this is an area that's already seen an inch plus of rain, and we'll continue to see that rainfall until we get this frontal system out of here. Noticed over the past 3 hours, rain continues to train, and some aerial flood problems certainly possible throughout tonight as temperatures begin to cool down. Right now, it's 49 in Hazard, 50 in Harlan, with 41 in Jackson, and those 30s up to the northwest. The headlines pretty simple. We're going to be looking at those scattered chances tonight, a brief break for your Monday, but then a next system that works in Tuesday night into Wednesday, bringing anywhere from an inch to 3 inches of rain. May see you add in another system, and by the end of the week, we could be looking at 3 to 6 inches of rain here at a time where we certainly do not need it. Of course, we'll break down everything you need to know coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. People in Harlan realized others were not getting a hot meal daily, so they wanted to change that. WYMT's Laura McCourt headed down to a kitchen run by volunteers to see what ideas they cooked up.
I say these times would be good for the crowd.
With Love from Harlan started out helping others across the country.
Well, we started out with hurricane relief.
And soon realized their hometown also needed help.
And so we've helped a lot of people away from Harlan. So we really wanted to open up and help our community.
As the homeless population started to grow, people like Heather Burkhart began to notice.
I was taking plates of food and big tins of food and putting it on picnic tables.
That is when With Love from Harlan stepped up.
Originally, we had found out that Crossed Hands wasn't feeding on the weekends, so we wanted to fill in the gap.
To make sure no one goes a day without a hot meal.
We're having baked macaroni and cheese, peas, sauerkraut and weenies, cornbread, and I don't know what kind of dessert it is, but we always have desserts.
Letting Burkhart and her family put their cooking skills to use.
So because of With Love from Harlan, they've given me this avenue to be able to do this.
A community coming together.
The people of Harlan help the people of Harlan.
To help the people they love. In Harlan County, Laura McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
For more information on how to help with Love from Harlan, you can log on to our website, WYMT.com. Floyd County schools are closed tomorrow due to a widespread illness. School officials posted about the closings on social media pages. They did not say what type of sickness was going around, though. A Pikeville native shocked the crowd yesterday when he made a half-court shot and won $19,000. It is the first time in 9 tries a student hit the half-court shot when game day was in Lexington. Matthew Rand has more.
Come on, baby. It was the shot heard round the world, or at least across Big Blue Nation. UK sophomore McKinley Webb sinking the half-court shot on ESPN College Game Day.
I still don't believe it myself. I keep waiting for somebody to tell me this isn't real, this didn't happen to me, because it's one of those things you never imagine.
Webb selected from the thousands in attendance at Memorial Coliseum for Game Day's second trip to Lexington this season. Webb says his job with UK Campus Rec and Wellness prepared him to make that fateful shot.
After work, I'll be hanging out, just putting up shots, half-court shots, just goofing around. And I make quite a few of them.
Nerves earlier that morning melted away as Webb stepped out onto the court.
I just got the crowd into it. I was standing there looking around. I was like, wow, this is crazy. I've been a UK fan all my life, and I'm looking around at 5,000 crazy UK fans cheering me on, and it's a dream. It's a dream come true, really.
The clock winding down, nothing but net, and the crowd goes wild.
Let's go! Let's go! After I made the shot, I kind of blacked out a little bit, and a few F-bombs got dropped. I seen it on Twitter afterwards, and I was like, oh no, that's not good.
9 times has College Game Day been to Lexington, but Webb is the first to make the shot and win the $19,000 prize.
I told Jay Williams before the shot, I said, you've been here 9 times. It's time for somebody to hit one.
And as if winning wasn't enough, UK Athletics hooked Webb up with some prime tickets to watch his Cats take down the top-ranked Volunteers.
We were front row, ready to go, just rocking. We're going down there, everybody's like, yeah, man, you're the guy who hit the shot, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it was getting to celebrate that and watching the Cats beat Tennessee. Couldn't have been a better day as a UK fan for me.
Reporting in Lexington, Matthew Rand, WYMT Mountain News.
Webb says he's studying neuroscience and thinking about a career in optometry. He says he'll use the winnings to help with his tuition. Over in West Virginia, officials say a raccoon killed by 2 dogs tested positive for rabies. The animal was found in the Cheat Lake area on February 7th. The dogs that found the raccoon were vaccinated for rabies. They, along with the dog's owner, will be monitored and undergo treatment. A new report shows nearly half of Tennessee students enrolled in higher education classes in 2016 and 2017 needed a remedial class during their first year of college. According to a report, 46% of higher education students needed math remediation during that first year of college. A study shows how ready students are for college varies by what county they live in. Despite the report, Tennessee education officials say the state's education system is improving. Crosses could be seen set up outside an Illinois manufacturing company on Saturday, less than a day after gunmen opened fire inside Friday in the company, killing 5 workers and injuring several police officers. The crosses are a memorial to the 5 victims and were set up in their honor in Aurora, Illinois. Authorities say Gary Martin brought his firearm to a meeting where he was being fired on Friday. He began shooting when he was fired. In Virginia, police are searching for a man they say shot an officer early this morning. It happened in Bluefield, Virginia. State police say that the man has been charged with attempted capital murder. His name, Donquil Gray. Investigators believe Gray could be in West Virginia. The shooting happened when the officer pulled over Gray. The wounded officer is being treated for serious injuries. Terry McAuliffe was on Face the Nation to talk about the current politics in Virginia. The former governor talked about the ongoing controversy as the new governor and other members of the government face accusations.
Very serious allegations have been made. They need to be investigated. He has called for an investigation. The 2 women have called for an investigation. I believe this week in Massachusetts, they've opened up an investigation, and I believe the Duke University has opened up an investigation. So we will go through that process.
He was governor from 2014 to 2018. Still to come on Mountain News Weekend Edition, slick conditions caused several crashes in central Kentucky this morning. Now officials are warning people of the dangers of black ice.
And the rain chances continue, and they could lead to some flooding problems. Those details are coming out.
Look out for flying T-shirts. If you see WYMT at your high school game, it could be fans in the stands night. Sponsored by Lincoln Memorial University.
Don't have time to go to the library? Well, the library can come to you with Perry County Public Library's Bookmobile. With over 3,000 items to choose from, there's something for everyone. Books, audiobooks, DVDs, and more. The Bookmobile offers reading programs year-round and other programs for all ages.